Alrighty, folks. Our good friend Adirondack Rick said, "Hey, Fred, I've got a seed for you. And, I want you to go play this seed in Logic." Apparently it was posted originally by Windblown Leaf. It's regular cross keys, so it means the entrance shuffle, keys are shuffled in addition to other dungeon items as well. We have to go kill Ganon, get all 7 crystals to be able to kill Ganon. But we have been requested to play this seed. Due to whatever nature it is, we have been requested to play the seed in Logic. What does that mean? It means no dark rooms. I can figure out what the dark room is, but I can't go through it from one side to another. I can't get the item if I need to. I have to respect key logic on the seed, which means I can't, open certain doors unless I have appropriate keys for it. No hovering.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Flounder, thank you so much for those 200 bits. You didn't have to do that. But nothing, you can't do any fake flipper. I am allowed to use glitches for navigation purposes, but not for sequence breaking what I would normally need. So if I have a glove, I can fake flipper to Zora. Because I could normally walk to Zora picking up gloves and throwing things. It's just faster that way. But I'm not allowed to go into the waterfall. I'm not allowed to get whatever the item is on the Zora ledge. Anything like that. We do have the fake boots. Yep, exactly what Opno said. If we have the big key to Hera, we can Hera pot. If I have the hammer, I can do the Specky clip in Swamp Palace. But we cannot break the quote-unquote logic of the intended logic of the game. So, let's get going here. I don't need to see just why it is that Rick wanted me to play this one in Logic. Let's go. Away we go. We open with Pizza Heart. Again, the fake boots let us run. They have some minor bonking capacity, but there's absolutely nothing. We don't get to do that today. They're, weirdo. None of that illegal stuff. Hey, Tanuki, welcome on in. Thank you for that luck. We're not touching that. Hey, Bizzle, welcome on in. Thank you for the luck there. Arrows that we don't care about. Can I kill someone, please? Go, don't leave me, you jerk. Alright, we have a hug warp done. Mimic Cave is at the log. Can't actually glitch through that one anyway, so that's a good... we can't really worry about that. I still just want to know why. Fred, you should go play this in Logic. Alright, do we care? I would love those items. But that reduces the potential requirement of AGA 1. Doesn't guarantee we get through, but reduces. Okay. There is an item in Logic here. I am allowed to walk down here because, we don't have to unlock any doors. And I can take this treasure chest. Nice and easy. If I had the capacity to kill that guard, I could go kill that guard. If I take his key, though, it could possibly go either way. Stop it. Problem is, Rick's here watching there, 8-bit. Alright, Meridia right. I tried asking him nicely, but we haven't even gotten an item yet. Hey, thank you for the luck there, Angel. Ban Rick. We do get our brief appearance by twitch.tv/AdirondackRick here. And the other half is Turtle Rock right. Okay? It's Turtle Rock left. Please don't be a connector. I hate you, game. Okay. So So this is a logical connector that I can take. If I'm a bunny, I am not allowed to go the other way. But I am allowed, technically, to make this trip. And you know what, just in case we run into something with 2 hearts here. I don't know if I really want to keep pursuing this. I don't like walking. Oh, technically I can run, because we fell down a hole. So, there you go. A little brief running bunny. Okay, well, Desert Rock is a place that we could find. Which does mean we get to go to Agonaut and take a save quit. Until this turns out to be a connector. I would really like bombs. I would really appreciate a bomb item in here, please, game. Those are not a bomb upgrade. That also is not a bomb upgrade. Okay. Well, that's not a bomb upgrade. Well, it does prevent us from hula-hanning, which is slightly annoying, but we now know where blind is. So if we need money, we can potentially get some once we find a bomb somewhere. Okay. That's probably the one shop I didn't want to see. Actually, you know what? Bomb? No. Why did you not give me a bomb? I do have to remember that we can go back to the Mimic Cave now. I want that, but not enough to go run after it. Oh, this is annoying because I don't have bombs yet. And we know that the tree pole doesn't give us bombs. And we don't have... Thank you, game. In logic, exactly, there off the channel. I am willing to take a save quit in this scenario, since we got a bomb. And we're going to use the one bomb that we have. I am not opposed to resetting this bomb and keeping it. That's not out of logic. We're allowed to do stuff like that. Compass of uselessness. I have to keep it. I really wanted the bomb. I really wanted the bomb. I almost autopiloted into Kakariko. I'm glad it doesn't matter. Oh. Okay. Desert left is at lady left. Okay. You dropping bombs? Nope, you're in a magic drop. Dang it. Okay. So we don't have real boots, so we can't actually get this item, but we're allowed to peek it. We're gonna probably leave that there for a while. I don't know, what a shame we took a hit. I mean, I guess it's good to get that big key. Because it means that we actually get ice, that we have legal access. Now, if I do take a connector, I am allowed to use illegal methods to get back if I have to, because, you know, it's just a shortcut, a walking shortcut. I really need bombs before we follow that, because I don't feel like falling down. I guess on my 3 packs. I want to bomb you. Tiny shield in our arms. It's definitely not a bomb. So now we have to go farm. Alright, so we have to make a play. We have to go for a 50-50 bomb. Did not get the 50-50 bomb. I really want bombs. Thank you. We're going to come right back down in a minute. What we're going to do is we're going to go this way. Quick check. It's time for our weather report. We have to quickly run through here and see where we'll come up short. We're off to Guinea-Bissau tonight. Chachanga in Guinea-Bissau. Currently out there, it is 2:18 in the afternoon. Please give me a second there. 79 degrees Fahrenheit, under some broken clouds. We have 81% humidity. Winds are blowing at 5 miles per hour off the Atlantic there. So it's going to be a little bit hot for you overnight tonight. Hopefully you can get comfortable under a nice fan or something. There's your weather report. Oh, geez, I am so sorry there, Opno. Pod? Could have actually gotten through there. Okay. Now, I am allowed, under the rules that we have set out here, I'm allowed to go do Paradox right now, do those 7 items, and then come back via bomb jump, because I could just save quit and walk back. This is just faster. Skull Woods. Skull Woods, by the way, we cannot beat Skull Woods until after we've gotten a Moon Pearl, at the least. Oh, geez, I'm sorry there, Opno. Makes you feel better. I don't like seeds like that either. Okay, is this like one of those seeds that I'm just going to be able to play super fast once we go here, and it's really not a logical one, or like it's a logical like minute, hour, and 20, but illogical like 3 hour? Or pretend I said the words in the right order. Okay. Again, counting that as logical because it's just I don't walk back to the old man, so. Or from the from Sanctuary, so. Did not want that one though. Just saying it. I will actually take it. See, the problem is Zora is actually in logic. This is okay. That's in logic. That's in logic. We're not sure there, Proa. We're still trying to figure that all out. Annoyingly, this is in logic. But yeah, we are following the official logic that the game would use when determining whether or not a seed is beatable in the first place. Which does mean I can check tile room, because the red cane's all we need to unlock this. I can't go do any of the other checks here in this dungeon right now, unless this happens to be a hook shot. Then we gain a lot of access to things. Ow. I'm 12 minutes in and I have 7 hearts. I don't like this scene. Ow. Ow. Give me a ride, thank you. Okay, Ganstar Torch has a small key. Oh no. We'll keep that one in mind. Surely we won't need that. So what does Pod 2 do for us? Absolutely nothing. Aside from lead on the path to Pod 4. Down Turtle Rock. What does Turtle Rock 2 do for us? Nothing really. Except for lead to Turtle Rocks 3 and 4. Huh, imagine checking the connectors. Now we can get to this. We totally need to get to this right now, don't we? Precisely, weirdo. Okay, what's the seed? Okay, we are going to check the bottom 3. I do want to go back to Super Bunny optimally. Not there. Bros left is at Late World Arrow. Maybe I'll check that one. No, we'll leave that one for now, because I think I'd rather get the one with the items in it. Oh, oh. Well, this is rude. Alright, so. For those of you who are saying, Fred, what are you doing? I cannot check Lava Chest. Lava Chest, by the strict rules of logic that we are forced to follow, thanks to our lovely friend, who I use quotation marks, twitch.tv/AdirondackRick. According to his rules, we have to take logic. Now, you could take these keys and misuse them any way you want to on this seed, especially with the fact that the bug net exists, not the bug net, with the red cane exists. Thief sounds small. We could misuse these keys every single way we wanted to right now, and have no keys left over. As a result, we can't check Lava Chest until we have all 4. Which is definitely one of those things that makes you, especially with the way this seed has been so far, that's definitely one of those things that makes us say, hey, is that what it's going to be? Is that what Rick's going to make us, the reason Rick made us do the seed in logic? So we have to keep in mind about that. What am I doing on this one? That was the wrong way to go. Okay, so this is up Lady Right. Yeah, I could have taken the other connector there, but I would almost rather... This has 2 items. So if I'm going to take one of these and save quit, let's take the one that's got 2 items and save quit. Sorry there, tramp. I mean, you would never hear me say, Alexa, play the Queen of the Night aria to any of your devices, would you? Okay. What's going on here? Do I want to bunny walk this? I don't want to bunny walk this, although we might have to. Oh, it's starting to sink. Oh, no. You son of a monkey. Okay. So, remember how we said that we are allowed to do things... We're allowed to basically navigate the world faster if we want to. We're going to take advantage of that right now. Because we're totally gonna have fake flipper to go up here. That's a great question there, Rick. The more of the question is, why would it not be? Okay, so save quit from here. We've already dumped the mushroom. Actually, I probably should have just checked the drop-downs over here, shouldn't I? Probably. We'll worry about that all later. Surely Rick wouldn't give us something like a required climb to Ganon to, you know, Vanilla Ganon. Or something like that. Surely Leaf wouldn't have rolled a seed that had that. I do have to make my way back over towards, Okay. Okay, at the very least here, we now know that's dead. Actually, you know what? Let's go check out Lake World Ice Palace. We'll do these checks. We're gonna finish at Hobo. We know what cave it is, because you can walk around blindly in there, but we did not get anything that we were not supposed to get. Let's peek what this item is. Oh, we got shot in the back. That was rude. I don't really like taking connectors until I have a moon throw. Alright, this is in logic. And that opens up about a metric poop ton of items and stuff here. So let's get going. Actually, let's follow the nice lady. Nice lady who lived in a house in Kakariko until she was turned into a dog. And if we get a mirror, we might have to come back to that. I think we need to pursue this lovely bouncy thing. I've killed enough things at this point. It's time to run back towards Kakariko. We'll see if there's friend or if there's foe. Yes, we're heading to Cuckoo Hut. Why are we heading to Cuckoo Hut? Because we can do a couple of things in here now. We have no keys. No key, la 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 la. Idiots, there will be a key. But you just said, I will be key. Stick with me, and you'll never go keyless again. Alright, so technically we only unlocked 4 items in here with this lack of, because everything else after this requires keys. But while we pick up these useless items, we have to do some fun here because we have monkey racing coming, so feel free to cheer on your favorite monkeys. We're going to take a monkey race. We do get a legal bow? Wow. Okay. What's our stun prize? Oh, we definitely don't want that. Interesting. Wrong way. Hut. We have to go down to the abominable hut so we can get to the fun. We got 2 laps on the left side there. Somewhere here I'm actually gonna have... I could actually make this, like, give it a different course to do, even, technically. I just generally try to make sure I don't cover up the screen. That does add 1 new check that we can do. Actually, we're going to be heading down that way anyway, so. I want to check what's there, but I think I'd rather get the stuff done in Kakariko. Because we're going to run by the dam on the way to check those out. So actually, yeah, let's just do this now. So we now have a big key to everyone's favorite place, Turtle Rock. Now what does that do for us? Means we can come over here. And we can burn down our friendly neighborhood. Friend there. I'm gonna take a quick hug there. So far, I mean, we still have a lot of stuff we're exploring at the starting sphere, but we have gotten a lot of items. This almost feels like this is one of those seeds that's like you get sub 30 unless, you know, you got something going on here with the logic. Seeds. Ugh, you suck. Hug me. Not gonna lie, I would have liked having that key. Okay. What's on the other side of this one? Gross. Why am I even walking this? I guess we want to see if it's lock. Okay, so it's a soft lock woods, probably. Okay. We still have lots of checks to do we haven't done yet. What do we do? I probably should still check out what's at the, hobo, because that's a guaranteed item. Never know if your moon pearl's just laying right there. We have that shovel thing that I keep trying to choose to ignore. I should probably not ignore it, and I should just choose to ignore it. Now it's time for you to all go play our word jumble. Can you get through this wood, or will you now go and fumble? Maybe you can get through there and get to these stumbles. Let's see if you can get in there and maybe tumble. Let's go actually sit and quit. I should probably go and check. We're going to quickly see if we can get through this one yet. I should see if I can get through this. What can we possibly do? Maybe we'll get through and go to Timbuktu. We've got to go and try. We've got to go and run. We'll see if you can get in here. Maybe have some fun. Try to run and dash and try to shout. So we get in here. Let's go see if we get to go about. We're going to run up here and talk to that. The answer turned out to be showing to give you all that one yet. We're going to get $20, but we really don't want to need. So we can continue to go through this seat's blazing speed. We need to quickly run down here and check some stuff. Okay. Now I could check the eastern area. I really wish I could hula hand. Go this way first, actually, because we do have flippers, so we can make a quick trip over to Ice Rod Cave when we have to. It is the Bonk Rocks with a compass of complete uselessness. Happiness. Yay. $20, which we'll take because the 300 would put us to Zora money. Rick, I lost by about 25 minutes, didn't I? Map does there, Tramp. Compass, really, in the regular cross keys, does nothing for you. In, door randos, that'll tell you where, like, the boss is. Or if you're on Enemizer, it tells you what boss is in each dungeon. And no, it always assumes you get infinite money. I mean, technically here, for those of you who are curious about that there, what we just did there, I can go back into that place and get 30 rupees at a pop and get infinite money. So technically, I mean, again, I could always cut down grass for single rupees at a pop. So technically, Hula Hand is just a speed savings for you. Usually a decent speed savings if you're trying to save for Zora. Oh, you son of a monkey. Okay. Pod is here at Desert Middle. There's not enough. It is not worth. It's not. Ah, you son of a monkey. Okay. So normally when I'm playing this game, what would I be doing right now? I would go check out all the stuff here with our friendly neighborhood. Actually, I did this wrong anyway. I would go check out the items on the left side. I would check this out and stuff. And then I would go to the back because I'd have a spare key I could just use to open the back. However, we're playing this seed in logic. And what does playing the seed in logic means? It means I can't actually do that because I could waste the keys and go open a bunch of other doors. And the only way, therefore, to be able to get around that issue is to not open things until we have 4 small keys to GT. Again, there's technically nothing stopping me from going and doing the infamous, I don't know what that. Actually, no, we're safe waiting, I guess it doesn't matter. Nothing stopping me if I really wanted to there from doing the mimic glitch. Aside from the fact that, you know, I just didn't really want to in this situation. If I'd really wanted to practice, I could have. Alright, so there's absolutely nothing there. Got it. Let's go do the eastern area. So we are 235 rupees away from Zora, and Houlihan would have been 220. As I said, we got absolutely nothing over there. Houlihan. Alright, we have to do it. I have to do this in this situation. Now, for those of you saying, hey Fred, if you get big key, you can beat this dungeon. It's not technically true. Crosskeys was built on an old version of the logic in the game. And the logic in the game does say that, at the time, said all dark rooms require a lamp. Since then, there was a thing where the VTOR branch, I believe, has the ability now where you don't have to do that. And I think I heard rumors that that logic may have been pulled in some later variations of the game. But regardless of all the above, the fire rod does not count as logical dark room. Technically, you need a lamp to get the big key chest here in Eastern. But you also need the fire rod in order to, technically, according to logic, you needed the fire rod to, or you can't use the fire rod to go upstairs and beat the boss either. Again, logic on the regular VTOR branch for regular non-entrance seeds, you could technically get to the Armos. That's a thing. This has got to be like a sub 90 seed normally, right? If you do natural sequence breaks. It's got to be something like that here. Chickens. Shoots and scores. Looks like it's a pure void chicken. Time for our weather report. We got the A+ on chicken toss, so now we'll go towards the resort. We're off to Brunei tonight. Kampong Parit in Brunei Darussalam. Currently out there, it's 10:44 in the morning, but it's already 88 degrees Fahrenheit under some broken clouds. You got 61% humidity, winds blowing about 2 miles per hour, so the breeze isn't really helping you much. It's gonna be dang hot. There's your weather report. It's a pretty warm day there, Synth. Agreed. I know what you were trying to do. Hopefully that was acceptable for you. I may want to go back to Desert and check out Desert Mid. So remember those dungeons I was talking about, the fact that you could beat these dungeons, potentially? Oh, you son of a monkey. That's gross. Okay. Well, it's more the logical implications. Of course, now guess what I want to do? I want to go back now to Eastern. All the checks that we would have said, hey, I'm going to go do this check later because I now have, or I can check now, so I'll check it and break logic. Now we have to kind of go and follow them. Yes, that's totally exactly what we wanted to see there, Opno, considering that we already know that the only reason that we would potentially care about that would be for Big Bomb purposes. Or, oh boy, Mire rings. With a quake to get into the mine. Yeah, if it's in the Dark World, we're in safe shape. All right, good. Let's do one other check that we haven't done. Because it might be useful to do this here. Let's set ourselves up for... Oh, messed up, so we're going to do the extra fake flipper. Actually, why am I checking this? We've already seen the items that with the 1 caves. We've seen the... Yeah, this is not a good decision in retrospect, but we'll just see what this is. The bat is at Fairy. I was kind of hoping for that. Okay. We're going to be pausing as we have now discovered this, because we have some breaking news tonight here on our F. Coughlin Twitch Network. Giving out Fred Coughlin with this evening's breaking news. Dateline April 15th, 1945. Bergen-Belsen concentration camp was liberated, which was actually a very exciting time there, as they were able to successfully liberate that camp. As a result of all that, they were able to try to get back to their families and have some good, happy times there. There's your breaking news this evening. Some of these things we don't joke about, that's one of them. Bomb shop is where we're going here for this part, though, because I think we need connector. Because I'm not allowed to break logic for some reason. Why did we say yes to Rick on this again, folks? Why did I say yes? No logic? Alright, we do actually have... No, it's chest. Rick did not bribe me. Rick just asked very nicely if I was interested in it. And I said, okay. Oh boy. 5, 6, CMB. I'm going back. We already have bunny walk access to Dark World area. Now, fun fact, the overworld branch of this apparently at one point required Moon Pearl to go through there. With the logic being... Oh, wait. I can't push the block. I cannot push the block. I can't go to... Oh, yes, I can. Because I can walk out. I'm in Light World. I can go downstairs. So we can do that. I could have saved walking out, but... I just had a sudden momentary panic of, wait, can I actually accept that? Gross. Mirrorless, this is annoying. I'm gonna drop down here and do these two. Technically, this is one fewer cave, but if we take another connector, we're likely to find floating island, and then we can do right side naturally anyway. Okay. Well, guess what chest we're not going to ever do until we have a Moon Pearl at least. Why did I come up this way? This is not the way I wanted to go. Have a connector over here. Basically, our two options right now are go check out the desert connector and see if we can do something else there. Bunny walk in the dark world. Or, yes, I know I said 2 and now we're at 3 options. Or go back in the Eastern for the big chest. Which feels like it's the correct answer based on the, hey Fred, do the seed and logic portion of this. Now, although I have a fire rod, by the way, since I know some of you are saying, hey Fred, you have a fire rod, go do a ton of stuff in GT. Everything else in Ganon's Tower right now pretty much requires 3 keys, minimum. Aside from 2 chests on the climb, but we don't have the big key. Cute game. Okay. That worked out surprisingly well. Our pendants are inverted tonight. I really wish I had a mirror. I don't have an easy way to force the hand, do I? Alright. Let's do the thing I don't want to do. As opposed to the other thing I don't want to do, or the third thing I don't want to do. And there's also the fourth thing I don't want to do. That one's probably not as bad as the first 3 that I don't want to do. But maybe we instead do something else that we don't want to do. So technically this was not a logical required double dip here. We were able to get the item out of Eastern without having to, the lamp out of the basement of Hera, without having to, you know, come in here in the first place. But we... Oh gosh, Dark Cross is also on logic now. One of those checks you would normally just naturally go do. It's really annoying when you get checks like that, where one check opens up that you just naturally sequence break. But I mean, this is such a good haul for, you know, 45 minutes in. Actually, we've had this for a few minutes. Okay, let's go over here. That was a thing. Should come right back. Let's do, actually, as I think about this, let's do the item for, let's do this chest, entrance here first, and then let's go. Ow. Not in logic. We do have a hammer. We do have a glove. But officially, we would also need the immunity item. And immunity is not back up for grabs. did this in this order because we can just do this off and save quit out of here. No, they do not actually force any hearts for the logic. Logic is entirely based in this situation on having an immunity item. I mean, with our loadout, I can technically do it if I have 13 hearts. And boots, and hookshot. So with the loadout we have, I could do it in 13 hearts. But that's not logical. That just happens to be have the capacity to do so. And I know my limitations on that item. Alright, so where's our Moon Pearl? Okay. So here is the smithy is at iRock. Logical key. Desert, okay. That adds a grand total of 1 check for us. That is a fetch quest right now. There's Bombos, okay. Bombos is nothing for us officially with what we have, but... Huh, okay. Let's go. Okay. So let's follow the fetch quest chain. Fetch quest chain is back up here. That was not our answer. So there's either Bunny Walk. I forgot if there's any money in here. Oh, okay. Down to Bomb Shop, I guess that's what I think I'm doing. I think it's Bunny Walk time again. Technically, what I would honestly do is I would go back to Agonist Cave, and I would be going and probably trying to fill to 500. But that's not what we're doing now. I'm just gonna take a nice little stroll as a bunny. We are not going to go check Skull Woods because we legally can't. We can't check out Bumper Bottom, although we can find out that there's a piece of heart, so we don't care about Bumper Top so much. Nice shop, but okay. Ow. Okay, well, we're gonna keep walking. Yeah, right now this looks like the situation of, hey Fred, you should have hula hand right at the very start of the scene. That's kind of what it feels like right now. And if you think about it, we could have gotten ourselves to Trinex if we really wanted to right now. Very out of logic, we could have. I hate the fact that I cannot shoot arrows as a bunny. Because I would really like to take advantage of that. Ow. Okay. But now time for trivia. We're going to walk through this lovely place and hope we don't end up in outer space. We need to see if we can get through this race because we want to finish off the trip. I'm gonna say that we're gonna take a risk and walk through here and hope Small Palace doesn't miss. And we'll see if we can get through this with bliss because we want to go trip. We're gonna walk back out of this cave. And what will we do to go save? The answer here turns out to. So folks, so we're not exactly down to 2. We're very probably at this point down to only a couple of potential options here. The only other real entrance that we haven't seen yet was the entrance at Skull Woods. Not Skull Woods, I'm sorry. Swamp Palace. So chat, this is a portion of the seed where often we would open up some type of like ask me anything type of thing. Because we're gonna be here for the next couple minutes. Because we are going to check Zora next. Ironically, orange. Although, if you ask my brother, when he was growing up, he said it was green and I was not allowed to have orange. Which I have later found out was apparently because he thought I was in a playful manner trying to steal his favorite color. When in reality, it was actually my favorite color. Actually, wait, is there... I didn't watch it, but I'm aware of the results there, Edge. I'm gonna actually take this a couple of times here. 370, 400. It won't quite get us there. At some point here I have to pony up for the ESPN, but I have not really been a fan of, because of course I don't get the ESPN Unlimited thing. So, you know, I have to pay attention to when I actually do that, so. I mean, I've heard there were a couple of really good matches in there. Obviously, the results that we're all thinking of right now is one of those. That one came out there 8-bit because way back in the day, you know, one of the things for me is I've always been someone who was trying to, you know, when I had kids, didn't want to be the one causing them to say bad words. So, because I didn't want to be the one saying bad words in front of them, teaching them how to do it, I often would try to edit what I said. And, well, son of a monkey, those of you who, you know, again, without saying words here on stream, you obviously know what phrase that was attempting to clean up in my life. Well, apparently I started saying it so often without realizing just how much I was saying it, that Crim started using his Crim bot at the time to keep a counter of how often I said that per stream. And, well, because of that, well, when it came time to start doing emotes, the idea of a monkey... See, what am I doing? I'm still quitting. We have enough. Exactly there, Jen. Welcome on in, by the way. I think you may have snuck in there earlier and I didn't see you there, but again, hi to anyone else who may have snuck in without me seeing ya. But yeah, so that's basically the gist of why we have the lovely monkey emote there. I got very lucky. I had a connection that led to me becoming acquainted with Favor there. And her art skills, as always, are absolutely incredible. And as a result, we are now here now. Hey, I'm glad that Rob. That's absolutely a good thing. Yeah, I was gonna say, her emotes there are phenomenal. How do we get back there again? Okay, right. Well, that's a good one there too, there, Jen. Okay, so I think we have to go take a walk at this point to Swamp Hell's location. I'm like quickly looking at my list of things, like, what have I missed here? I don't have enough GT keys to do anything against Tower officially at this point. I don't think I do. We don't know where Aga Tower is. I believe I've hit every connector that I'm allowed to hit at this point. Ow. Let me guess. Connector to Death Mountain via Old Man. You were close. Actually, no, we'll be okay. Okay, we just lost our super bunny. So was that swamp? I don't like you, sir. So fun fact, as soon as we get a moon pearl, that would be in logic at this point. GT2. I don't want GT2. Fred, you have, this is Crosskey. GT3 is the annoying one because it's the one that says, hey, Fred, go walk through Rando Room. Or, hey, Fred, go walk through right side GT, you know, after you hit the fire things. Walk into the rooms that have those chests. Do not open any of them. And keep walking and go back to the Armos Knights. That's that key. That's what 3 does for us. Those of you who are at home are trying to figure out why we didn't really want that key. That's the reason why. Gosh, and Spec has a BK. And technically we can do this one way from here. Not that I want to at this point, but... Alright, well... These towns have dropped right. We know this is a 5-6, so we do need to eventually beat this dungeon. Do you like bombs? Ow. Ow. Alright, game. You have one job. Don't do it. Middle shield. Made of flame. Makes us not want to hug. Makes us want to play the game. So fun fact, when we do get the Thieves Town big, we will be able to blitz mode this dungeon. Not blitz mode. We can beat the dungeon. Legally. Shields are up! Shoot the core! So worth it. Small key does give us full clearance to this pendant dungeon as well. Okay, we do have a hookshot. I can go through... Hookshot does actually open up the one-way path through Bumper. However, we don't really want to go through a one-way cave at Bumper right now. So we're going to do these first. Problem is, one-way cave through Bumper. Right now, the only place that would really take us new would possibly be atop of Hyrule Castle. At least that we could really do things with. Okay. Giant shield. Reflecting there. Maybe I should pull out my hair. Oh no. Do we do it? I don't want to do this. We have to do this, don't we? I mean, if I get a Moon Pearl, we don't have to do this, but I think we have to do this. Mr. Cab, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. I can't beat it anyway, but we're gonna. Oh, yes, we can. We have a sword. Welcome on in, Raiders. Hope you had a fun stream there tonight. What were you up to, Mr. Cab, tonight? Was it Mega Man 7 or was it something else? I missed the alert. Oh, you son of a monkey. Oh no! Sorry there, Mr. Cab. I did see that there was a race forming. I was contemplating joining it tonight, and then I said, "Oh wait, we got this thing here." Hey, you know me, I'm willing to play it. I mean, I am actually playing this one right now in Logic. So those of you coming in from Mr. Cab's stream who haven't seen what we were doing, we are playing a Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys seed that got sent over to us by Rick. Apparently the original originator of the seed was Windblown Leaf. But at a high level here, we have been asked to play this seed fully in Logic, meaning that we are not allowed to do any sequence break. Which does mean that the small key to pod that we just got does allow us to now climb, go back into the Palace of Darkness and go to the back of it. Now, plus side, because we'll be creating the portal, I don't actually have to bunny walk yet. I can go check out the other things that we are having in Logic here. Alright, so shot 1, guaranteed fireball, 2 through 4, 50-50. The shot that we can hit back, or the potential reflectable shot. Like that, unfortunately, or the blue balls of doom. Oh no. Actually, the annoying shot there is the fact that we could have actually had There are rumors, Murdoch, that Total is working on that for this, for the quad rando to have that potential as well. Z1, Z2, Z3. On Super Nintendo hardware. Anywhere from 4 to 7, I believe. Yeah. Or possibly even working in, depending on how things work, if he's able to find room. Possibly working in other stuff. Actually, 6. Sheesh, really? Surely it won't be 7. 6 it is. We do not get healed because of the bunny spot. We now are locked out of the Hyrule Castle area. I hate you, game. Poof. I have a hammer, but I don't actually have a glove. So oh, I do have a glove. I have a glove. What am I doing? Let's go north first. Man, that was and that wasn't just a small required walk. As far as, well, let's put it this way. It may not have been as much of a required walk as we think. Oh, this is annoying. Reason this is annoying, by the way. Because we said we're beating this in logic. I technically have to have all 3 small keys. I know where small key number 3 is located. Because it is hard locked, required. Oh, geez, I have to go up here. This place. It is located in Skull Woods. I can go over there right now to get this green pendant, if I really wanted to. I could go over there right now and go get that small key, but I have to do that technically under the rules of this. It's not just sufficient to know where the key is. We have to actually have it in our inventory to not sequence break. So that's just an unfortunate, very unfortunate timing scenario where if we had come over here later, we wouldn't have had to worry so much about any of this. No. Okay. So, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Sometimes that'll happen there, Opno. Sometimes the pack's just a little weird. But glad I was able to work out for you. Technically, we could have gotten here. This could have been the Moon Pearl, too. He earned that. Hello, my name is Mr. Burns. I believe you have a letter for me. Okay, Mr. Burns, what's your first name? I don't know. It's definitely not a glorious find there. We don't know. I don't know if it was in logic for him to take the bomb from me. It was in logic for us to give it to him. Okay, so what do we need to do? We have had, okay. So Hype Cave's a dark shop, which is actually where we're probably going to want to go next to that area. We also have to keep in mind that Super Bunny left is the graveyard ledge. So there's nothing there. I can only screw this up 7 times. For one of the rare times doing this, we could possibly screw this up too many times without a game over. Okay. Why'd I heal? Now we're here. Would Rick have just handed me an in logic required pet seed? Surely he would stoop to that level, right? So, right now, pet is Schrodingerly required. We do have a small key on the torch in GT. Hey, Mario, welcome on in. We know this is a Softlock Woods. Which one's Skull Woods back again? Hold on a second. Bros to Lake World Arrow. Not really great. I'll pick up this key even though I don't strictly have to. It is incredibly probable, about the only key that could be, that we could avoid So about the only key that could be that we could avoid right now. Well, I guess take it back. Ice Palace 2 or the Meyer keys could be keys that we could avoid here safely. Possibly Harrismall. We do know at least that the key on the torch cannot be the Skullwood Small. Not Skullwood Small, we know that. We also can't be a Swamp Small. That opens another, well, it will open a door once we get mitts. Hey, guess what? We can now, one of the rare times also, by the way, where we have 4 small keys to this dungeon. They are logically required to do left side. That's the only thing that they are logically required for. 4? Okay, well, plus side, we at least waited on that before we did this here. Wait, what am I doing? I can't do this anymore now. We have to save quit. Oh, boy. That just opened up a metric poop ton in Gan's Tower right now. I think we have to do it, because unfortunately we have all the pieces for it. Now I also can just go beat Skull Woods, because again, realistically, it's not technically required. That's the key we're talking about there. If that's Ice or Mire, that may not actually be needed. But now we have all the small keys to this dungeon, by the way. Say hi to the rare 5 keys to Ganon's Tower scenario. Nope, we're not there anymore. But now with all the keys that we have in this dungeon, we can come in here. I mean, better to have that small key than not, I suppose. technically I don't have to pick up all these keys, but... Just run all this. Powder. So Useless Fairy is now behind GT. So we don't necessarily care about that. Now I'm gonna do weird pathing here. I'm not checking the GT big chest. Why aren't you checking the GT big chest? Well, because we don't have a mirror. I could climb. Do I really want to climb? Not really. But I could climb. So worth it. I do have to say, thank you there, EMP. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Grom, welcome on in. I approve. That's a good emote there. Thank you so much. By the way, folks, if you are not following Grom, Grom is absolutely awesome, phenomenal artist, doing a partner push, entering month 2, hoping to be able to apply, I think, later this month. So if you do get the chance to give Grom follow and do some watching, absolutely awesome. Plays a lot of cool retro stuff in addition to all the art stuff. Great streamer. Highly recommend. Ah, I did not want that. Maybe we're not doing this now. Pod 5. I went the wrong way again, didn't I? That's fine. Let's just do this. That should work out for you. Hope, as I said, hoping for the best for you there, Grom. Here. How about the good ones? That's the most important thing here. Oh, I gotta go kill the... We probably do have to go kill Skullwoods. I don't have an easy way up to Dark Death Mountain, or to Late Death Mountain, do I? Except for going through where we are right here, pretty much. We already knew that was infinite money. Right. That's fine. It's time to walk upstairs. Weeku, 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 weeku. I have to remember to grab that comment at some point here that you just made there, Grom, because I'm fairly certain that the artist I work with there, she'll take that very high praise there, so. Especially coming from a phenomenal emote artist like yourself, so. Alright, let's see here. How are we doing this? Alright, I know what I want to do. I just don't want to do it. I should have actually bought bombs there. Hey, guess what? We don't need to go through that. Alright, so Spike Cave is still a potential play. We may have to do. Dark Shop over here does have this Hype Cave, which we found earlier. We talked to the NPC because you're allowed to do that in Crosskeys, and that actually could hold like Moon Pearl on some seeds. Didn't have one tonight. Now, one thing we do have to watch out for here is the fact that we can't talk to the NPC to skip the bomb explosion. Alright, so we weren't getting that one without a Moon Pearl no matter what here. That was not an option on this seed. Oh gosh, this is annoying now. No. Not yet. Oh gosh, we have to do this the annoying way too. We don't have real boots. Because we know where those boots are now, and we know they're going to go into. We have to come back in here and go in. So we want to go and try to. Okay. I actually have to pay attention to key logic here. Okay. There are no issues with this room for key logic. Okay. I am allowed to, in this case, I am allowed to do this trick. We have Hookshot. Because of Hookshot, it is logical for me to achieve all 3 right side items. don't have to worry about this one. That's fine. We've had the panic attack. Do I actually have a glove? But yeah, we have a glove. There's 10 arrows. And that annoying heart container. Okay. So all 3 of those in logic. This item right here is in logic. Uselessness. The big chest is in logic if we bomb down, because you can't hookshot, you don't have to hookshot through, but the big chest is in logic if you bomb down the correct side. We are hoping for one of 2 items to be located in the iced tea chest here. And those 2 items are identical, but there's 2 copies of them in the game, and we want one of them. I hate you, game. We got the key, but the wrong dungeon's key. And for those of you saying, what are you talking about, Fred? Why does that matter? Which is actually a valid question in this situation. In order to get down to, the game does not assume you hammer yump ever. Not hammer yump, do the Ice Palace bomb jump. That is not logical. Let's just go this way. She's done pretty dang awesome there, Grom. She's got some good software and other things there. But the reason that we have to do it this way, I know some of you are saying, why do you have to do that? It turns out that if you are trying to get to the boss of Ice Palace, you could waste your items appropriately, such that you need to use 1 small key at a minimum in order to get there. If you've got the red cane, you can skip the second small. But you have to have at least 1 small key and a red cane. And guess what? We don't have any small keys to Ice Palace right now. This one is in logic because we have all 3 small keys to this dungeon, so now we can unlock the back. Get our bottle, not split because we just got a pendant. When we go back up to the old man eventually here, we can now... actually we do have better ways now. We have mirror. We have better ways to get up to Death Mountain. Okay. We need to check out Meridia first. We do technically have a path to Meridia, but we don't have to actually check. But... it's faster just to do this. Okay, so these are a couple items. I'm almost out of bombs somehow. Wow. How could we run out of bombs? Speaking of Skull Woods, that's actually very annoying. That's isolated. So this is actually going to work out, because we can come over here. Ow. And this will put us up on Death Mountain. Oh, that's cool there, Murdoch. Totally planned, of course. Is there anything else over here? Yes, please. Paradox Right was at Angle 1. I don't think there was anything else over here. We don't have mitts. I am going to want to come back to Floating Island eventually, which is through desert, but we don't have to do it yet. Is there anything else up here? Yes, there is. So, Swamp Palace. Oh, gosh. Swamp Palace has 10 items in it. I think we have to do this. Especially with everything else here. Well, Thieves Town's up here, but we can't actually beat Thieves Town yet. Just 1 second. Alright, here we go. We do notice there's a pendant. We've already cleared this one room. We can full clear this dungeon. And we actually have every item in this thing, so we can do this. Once again, we get to... This is officially one of the dungeons where we are allowed to use glitches to speed up our movement because we have full logical access to everything. So we can come over here. Take advantage of lessons taught to us by twitch.tv/LanaBean on how to properly move through the room. And we get through. Legitimately, I like screwed it up half the time regularly before LanaBean taught me the magic trick, and she's awesome. Very talented Link to the Past rando player, and she's probably going to be playing, I think, in the Crosskeys tourney coming up. I'd not be surprised in the least to see her in that one, and probably performing incredibly well, so. This dungeon is complete and utter garbage right now. Oh! I flooded the key. Dang it. Let's mess that up. Down, no, stop it. Try it again. Too far away, I think, but... Or we can just hit it right that time. So Pod is annoying because we don't actually have the Palace of Darkness big key right now, although we could get it. We actually could be getting it right now, because Spec Rock is a big key. A lot of big keys we could get out of Spec Rock. Well, I guess there's technically 4 big keys we could get from Spec Rock. All of which would be potentially helpful to us. Did we get the Swamp Palace small in Ice Palace? I'm forgetting. Did we actually get that in there? If so, that's rude. know we got swamped pretty recently, but I don't remember exactly the timing of it. So otherwise, we haven't really gotten anything good in here except for the fact that now we can go back and legally beat Ice Palace. But again, we couldn't do it earlier. Mire small. What's Mire 1? Again, logically, that's gross. Again, it's a wonderful convenience key if you're actually trying to beat Mire the right way. There we go. Swamp full cleared. Pendant swamp full cleared for 5 old bucks. Okay, we do know there's at least one dungeon we can beat. If we really wanted to right now. That's 1 crystal. We know that. We don't know which dungeon is the crystal. We know that's a guarantee we can beat 1 crystal. What's down TDM? I have big key. Hey CB, it's a seed that exists. Let's put it that way. And it's one that was a seed that existed without sequence breaking. Seriously? Yeah, well, actually, I was saying almost like earlier, it almost felt like at first this was going to be a jet seed that was just complicated by the fact that we had to do this mode. All right, let's go back this way. You did there, Star. Correct, it's an in-logic request. So at first I thought things were going to be, and then we discovered that no, you kind of had to do some really nasty bunny walking in order to get the moon pearl on this seed. Do you mind, folks? Thank you. Alright, so now this dungeon's full in logic. This is one of the 5-6. This is also another one of those things that you'd be like, oh yeah, Big Bomb. But we can't do Big Bomb until we can beat Turtle Rock. Alright, so now we can beat Ice Palace even if we don't have the thing. By the way, the odds of boots not being required have diminished significantly at this point. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small keys left, I want to say. And right now, potentially 3 of them are probably not going to be needed, or 3 are maybe needed, maybe not needed. It's time to go home. Let's run down here now, because we have to have fun as we try to go run. Let's go pull on that wall. Let's see what we can call. And now who's mine? And we get some piece of wine. So we didn't get much in the back aside from Ice Palace 2, and Ice Palace 2 was not logical. That's rude. And now we have to run back up here, now that we have the key from the doormat. Okay. Okay, what's up here? Map that we don't need. Beautiful. Floating islands down. We came out Hookshot Cave, right? I'm pretty sure we did. Yes, we did. Perfect. Okay. So this means I do have to come back potentially for the sole sake of going to Super Bunny left for the graveyard entrance. But other than that, we don't need. Okay. Let's go up Mount Cave. Well, let's see. So that can stay down. Thank you. Do appreciate the bombs. I have a cape. The cape does allow me to do these checks here. Also, you know, we have a mirror sheet. Also, we have, you know, a blue cane. Back with me this. Oh, geez, I am so sorry there, Ralphie. Oh, Turok 3? Uh-oh. Okay. Nothing else we can logically do. So we have to back out. It's not like we can go beat the boss or something. Okay, we can do everything in this dungeon. We have all the keys. All the small keys and the big little keys. So we're going to throw the bomb with a little aplomb. We'll run up here. Let's go and try to cheer. So that one could be needed. Alright, you know what? Since we have all the keys, let's just do this the fun way. I don't know if this is technically the way to go about doing this, but let's do it. That looks good. Which is realize of me. This uselessness. Bombs of awesomeness. Now we have to do a save quick. Go back there again. I always forget to do this first. Okay, so we did this. We're okay. We're in good shape. We're okay. So what can we do here? What do we need? Well, we know we need at least one more big key to beat the game. Go. And guess what? Pod is done. And had nothing useful, really. Aside from TR4, which wouldn't have been needed. But of course, we abandoned our portal, so we have to do a save quit to now get the... Go back in. we have all the small keys now, and so we can legally go fight the boss here. Oh, dang it. Try it again. Fred, stop it. There we go, thank you. I want to do the fancy run. Okay, we are in hybrid mode. Here. Oh, okay, but never mind. Switch it over to the hammer. Okay, we do know this is a 5/6. Malkier, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. Hope you had a phenomenal stream, my friend. Oh, that's rude. Okay, let's go back in. Actually, that does work out. I think there was some stuff I wanted to do over here, so that's actually okay. I'm not unpleased there, version. I'm surprised, but was not in there. Oh, it's awesome there, Malkier. Nice work. We gotta go back up to Death. Jeez, this is annoying. We have to go back up to Death Mountain if we want to get the big chest to this dungeon. Surely that's not going to be a backfire on us, right? Okay. Now that is potentially useful. Now Spike Cave is at Light Bumper Bottom. I can defeat Spike Cave here technically, so I probably will do that. Small key we wanted. Oh gosh. Remember that small key that we were saying to ourselves, hey Fred, you really might care about this key, right? Remember that key we were talking about there, folks? About the whole, you know, the boots thing and whether it's actually being needed. Well, it turns out that small key is either the small key to Hera, which of course may or may not be needed, or the small key, third small key to Meyer. So worth it. I am willing to say what. Let's go out here. So I could be... So the thing is, we still may have to... Oh gosh, we don't even know. Hold on. Alright, we don't... We do need to be Eastern. Okay. So we do need an Eastern Big Key, no matter what. Well, we already knew that Meyer was probably needed anyway. We definitely know we need at least one item for Blitz mode. Meyer's the other pendant. Okay. So with that knowledge, we now have a full knowledge, strict knowledge of our Blitz mode scenario. We need a big key to Eastern. We need to find Desert Top. Which does remind me that we just went the wrong way. And actually we're in trouble because we were supposed to be taking that with us. Folks, if you have any form of saluting emote, because I have to go back through anyway, this would be a great time to get that into chat. You can use that saluting emote in a number of different ways. If you have anything that causes you to use it from a different channel. You're like, hey, I like that saluting emote. Feel free to use that. You can use our channel here. If you're like, hey, I don't have a saluting emote and I want one, if you're not following this channel, go click the follow button because then you'll have access to it. You can also 07. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to put some 07s in the comments. Like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff there as well. There we go. All right. How do I want to do this now? I want to take the big bomb home. Now, especially now we have the flute. That makes this big bomb retrieval reasonably trivial. And then we can check stuff like the top of Aga Tower. And then if that fails, we can go check out things like Bombo's Tablet and stuff. The thing I'm not liking is the fact that there is a non-zero possibility that the seed is going to say, hey, guess what? You need to climb Ganon's tower in order to get a small key that was randomly needed in order to beat the seed. By logic. Last I checked, when do we care in this channel about logic? BBQ, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. Hope you had a phenomenal stream. Okay, that was not required. Okay, good to know. Hope you had fun there, BBQ. Assuming that you were doing some Z1R, if so, and hope you enjoyed it. And if not, then I apologize for making the assumption. And I hope you had fun with whatever you were actually up to. I do like bombs. I hope the seed went well. It is a Twitch feature that they have added there, BBQ. So I don't necessarily trust it at this point. Nothing up here. Alright, what else do we get? K45. Am I gonna have to beat Meyer in order to get boots to find Desert Top? Ouch there, BBQ. Yeah, I tend not to usually leverage AI stuff there. I know Twitch has been testing that thing. Congratulations, WBQ. Twitch has been testing that thing, and so I'm kind of the opinion if they want to spend the money on it, let's spend the money. Although in reality, I should also be saying, hey, if we do that, then, you know, maybe they're less likely to give us, you know, the 60-40 split for Partner Plus or something else there. Is this book needed for something? I think there may actually be a checkbox for it there, Kiyuki. I just haven't found, I haven't, like, hunted for it. I think that I've heard that they do. Alright, I hate this. But I need to go, oh wait, no, Fred, no. We do this. Beat crystals first. That's what we do. Now again, under the rules of engagement, I am allowed to perform time-saving actions provided that I am staying in logic on this seed. So those of you who are joining late and don't know what we're doing, we are playing the seed fully in logic. That means that we cannot break the game-intended rules, but we are allowed to take shortcuts. If you say time-saving shortcut here. $5. Awesomeness, evil. I don't have real boots. Hey folks, we don't have real boots. Hey, thank you, Kiyuki. Hey, Irv, just missed you came in there too. Hope you're doing well. Okay. So this is gonna be 5 out of 6 here. It's time to go. Yeah, these are the fake boots, but they do count. Not yet there, Kiyuki. I should at some point. I just haven't. My daughter today was not feeling 100%, the one who would be most likely to play with me, and she was in much more of a Minecraft mode. So I was like, okay, we're gonna let you do Minecraft today. We have to go back actually to... Actually, where's Dark Sync? Do we have a fast path to Dark Sync? Hold on, really quick. Oh, no, not Super Bunny, but no, that's a long one. Yeah, I gotta try it out though and see, because as I said, that might be a fun one. Or maybe get my wife to do it, but... Have a great night there, Jen. Thank you for hanging on out. So yeah, we could just have to go into Mire. There's a non-zero chance that we have to go into Mire in order to get what we need to beat the seed. Which we'll go to Mire after we complete this dungeon. We're going to beat Ice Palace first, because beating Ice Palace can be important. Actually, at this point, I probably do need to beat... Oh, gosh. Is the GT Big going to be on the Mire climb? This feels like a seed where the GT Big Key is going to be on the Mire climb or something. Or the Mire Big Key is going to be on the GT climb. I don't... This is annoying. Because we don't have mitts, we don't have real boots, and I always forget that we don't have real boots. We have to come this way to get in here. Came in here earlier, got 7 out of 8 items. And, yeah. Now we have all the keys. We couldn't finish this dungeon literally because we did not have a small key to this dungeon, so we couldn't logically beat it. Yeah, I don't remember there being much in here. There may have been like the swamp, which would have been kind of funny if that was the case, because there was a small key to ice palace in here. Okay, so we, with all the keys, we don't have to hit the switch. Because again, we're allowed to take the shortcuts. We're not playing glitchless, we are playing we can't break logic. Why did I pick up that pot, though? Love force of habit, memory stuff with your... No, we are fully still in logic at this point here, Tramp. We can leverage the tricks to speed up movement. And since literally we're boss rushing this dungeon right now, we can just fully clip. We can do all the ice breaking stuff to get back here. Actually, even when we were here earlier, we still were able to do it because we had the hook shot, so we could logically check all the stuff that was on the side there. Gross. Okay, folks, we know what's on the GT torch. The Ganon's Tower torch specifically holds Mire 3, which does logically prevent me from... Oh, I actually like that part. Dang it, we're overshooting that. But that logically prevents us from checking the left side. Nope, they're not required. They're still very optional, although it is incredibly probable that we need the boots to find Desert Top. So, you are allowed to hit the switch because no matter what, basically with the keys that are available in the dungeon, you are able to hit the switch. I cannot proceed further to left side. If I do, that is now breaking logic. But we can check the remaining items in this dungeon. That we can, except for the boss, obviously. Ow. $300. 3 items over here. So like, if we find the mitt somewhere, it's very possible that we don't have to do the it's very possible boots would not be required. If we could find Desert Top, then boots would only be required if it was somehow blocking the big key, the eastern. That doesn't help us either. Because we may have made a wrong choice here. We made a wrong choice. Okay. Let's go climb a tower. So all the items on the climb are in logic with our current key situation. I'm wondering if this is going to be what it feels like. It feels like this is going to be that the climb has the big key to Mire, which gets you the boots, which the big key of Eastern being on left side Mire. That's kind of where my gut currently stands. If I'm gonna guess what I think the logic is gonna be. Ow! Stop shooting me in the butt, sir. Let's see if we can do this one. Dash into the door. Hold left. Dash to go up. One sword swing. Oh, dang it. Forgot, no real boost. The time gets mocked off just a bit. Stop it. Alright, definitely want to pick up the arrows here. Alright, I do actually need this key. I think I skipped going through and getting the other thing. 3 bombs. 10 arrows. Happiness. Apparently missing the throw. Please don't say Hera basement. Alright, mental confirmation. I have not seen Useless Fairy yet, right? Okay, that's gross. Okay. So what does that mean? That opens up the lovely frog. It opens up 2 more entrances, which means we might find Desert Top. Yeah, we beat Aga 1 there, Miria, so stuff like that happens. We have to come with me if you want to live. Where was Smithy again? Smithy is at Ice Rock. Okay. It's like it's starting flipping too. Yeah, so Smith's Chain gives us 2 shots at the big key. And there's 2 entrances that unlocks. Or I guess technically 1 entrance, but then we also have Vanilla Ice Palace. Could be. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Don't take your germs. Okay, so do the myths save us here? We've seen Uncle. Yeah, we definitely saw Uncle. We know where the Lost Woods is. Ruled that out. Got the other thing. Pretty certain that that was Useless Fairy that we ignored. Fit of money. Actually, that does also open up, I keep forgetting of the math here, we also do open up the Turtle Rock entrance with this pathing. Have Desert Small. Man, we got a lot of items, actually, we can go check. Where's Floating Islands? Probably actually the easiest path here. Just come in here, go down to Bush. So we have all the keys to this dungeon. So worth it. Okay, so we've seen that. Oh, that's weird there, Ralthian. Well, if you still got 24 hours, you might be able to at least make it up for it with like a clip or... So, Chad, hope you're doing well. This, I think, is our last shot of not needing boots. Poop. We don't have real boots. Hey, Drinks, hope you're doing well. No, we're not going to the well. We did not fall down the well. We are not sending our love down the well tonight. So unfortunately, we are expecting a Meyer Big. Wherever we end up having to go for it. I'm not sure where that's going to be tonight. That was so not worth it. Alright, so hope you're doing well, chat. Again, feel free to put anything else out there you'd like to talk about, because we're sitting here for a couple minutes. Sort of low on potential locations here. We need a big key here sooner than later. That's not it. Alright, so Eastern we can't do anything with. Desert, we haven't found the top. Harrow, we full clear. This dungeon here. Pod, we did. Swamp, we did. Oh, with Skullwoods again. Like World Arrow. Let's just do that way. Okay. Like, what other locations have we went off to if we have we cut out here? Kind of running low on them. Okay. Oh my gosh, do I have to do that? Is that where it was? I love those one-off caves that you find early that you're like, I can't do anything to it, and then you never get a convenient way back there. And then you're like, oh, yeah, it's nothing. It's definitely nothing there. So we would have been in trouble on this seed even if we hadn't done some of these things here. Or not. Okay. Oh, this is even more annoying. Remember the thing we said earlier? Oh yeah, we totally don't need to come back over here. Don't remember that. We already opened this one. Never mind. Wait, 11 out. That's right. So, remember at the very beginning of the scene, when I was trying to identify things that were going to be, oh yeah, Fred, you have to go play this out of logic. It's time for our weather report. We're going to go towards this hot place and see where we're going to get a resort. We're off to Burundi tonight, the Kirundo province there. Currently 6:45 in the morning there. Actually very comfortable temperature, 57 degrees Fahrenheit and some clear skies. We actually have a little bit of low humidity there too. I don't know why I'm killing this friend, because we don't technically need the key. But 58% humidity, winds are blowing at 2 miles per hour off the savannah, so you'll be able to enjoy the weather as we go through this hot little volcano piece here. But there's your weather report. You son of a monkey. Yep. Yep, that was a boss key and a boss key chest. And so again, a chest that you would have normally said, hey, I got that right now. You would have immediately said yoink and grabbed it. And that didn't happen here. Because, you know, we needed all 4 Turtle Rock Smalls to get there. Which now means we can come into this dungeon. But fun fact, we still can't check left side of Meyer. Really? You just do that to me. Alright, you know what? Give me my heart button shortly to be able to do the fast Meyer. Correct. Yeah. Oh, Fred! You don't have real boots. Well, the problem. But yes, that's correct there, Nolson, because technically, because you can enter from any room. Well, not from any door. but you can enter like any entrance. It actually really does matter about what what the key counts are, because you could enter from any door, so it's much easier to actually waste all the keys. This doesn't have the door rando, so you're still always going through the dungeons like normal path, but yeah, things like, going through Mire, for example, on Turtle Rock, you can technically enter Turtle Rock from like, several different directions. And so basically, if the assumption there is therefore you could then waste all your keys appropriately. So like I could enter at, let's say, Laser Bridge, and instead of being smart and going straight to the boss, I could go walk all the way up to the top of the start of the dungeon. And then, surprise, well, as soon as you do that, it's, oh look, you can't actually do that because now you can't get to the boss unless you have that 4th key. So again, even though a good player can handle Turtle Rock in Crosskeys with maybe 1 or 2 key usages at most, you accidentally turn around at that one door and use a key, and now you have to account for that, so dang it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Fred, you didn't even hit the switch in the first place, dang it. Thank you. Now we have to dodge the friends. Oh, we don't have to dodge them, they're literally stuck on the wall. But yeah, even though you can handle these things correctly, you're not always guaranteed to. That's fire too. So yeah, folks, I hope you all like bonking off things. Actually, it would have been faster to float here. Yeah, because again, the idea is technically it's possible, but the thing is, and because I've thought about some of that stuff in the past too. The thing is, even if you walk into a given door at a given point and, it looks like that's the only way you can go, you might, find some other path that leads you to, oh, I found a different door, I'm gonna waste all my keys and all that other stuff, so guess what, folks? We have to pull pet. Currently for logical reasons, but well. Okay. Since we still have to kill let's go this way. Since we still have to beat Desert, and Desert could just hold the Eastern Big Key, we hunt Desert first. It's also possible that, the Big Key's in one of these 4 locations anyway. Not there, though. Completely empty little house. Kept wanting to come through here every single time, and then realizing every single time, wait, we don't have real boots. We've seen it. Dora. Dora. Dora, 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 the Explorer. Now we could have it could have been possibly just the light blow equivalent here, but it probably was. At least I'm really hoping it is. I'm sitting here saying, what other entries have I missed? Okay. We're on an Eastern Big Hunt. So if it's not here, we fly back to Meyer. Oh, we have real boots now. Folks, that's what a Mulborn fight's supposed to look like. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the time is 2 hours, 45 minutes, and 21 seconds to see. With that discovery, we are finally in what we for this channel as Bliss Mode. Strap yourselves in, because now it's time to fly. And in all honesty, we're stopping to go get ourselves a, oh, actually, we only have a 50-50 shot of the gold sword. We're going to try for the 50-50 shot at gold sword, because why not? I should be practicing my orange sword fight, but we're going to be walking through a room. So yeah, I technically don't have to do this, but this feels like it's not a bad play. I mean, well, it's not really feeling like it's a bad play, but we're just going to take it if we can get the spoils. We do not get the spoils. Now with Beam Sword, I will use an arrow. Technically, I don't have to. So boots were hard required. And not just for logic here. But yeah, that whole hunt for the Meyer Big Key did not go nicely there. I believe it was there, Murdoch. I haven't yet looked at the... I mean, Mirror was locked behind boots. And I don't believe there was a connector in the Dark World that we were able to leverage to get us to the right side. We get there. No Dark 5. No Dark Saha. No DN5. Yeah, it does not look like their Pyramid Fairy was not either. Sanctuary. What am I doing this way? That's not the right way to go Sanctuary. It's fine. We'll make it work. I guess it's actually probably much better. So sword 4 is almost certainly on right side Mire. Left side Mire, rather. Run away! Here, doggy. Here, doggy. I called it super early, and then I just forgot about it with the way the seed went there, about that whole lava chest. But, oh man, that would make this like seed so much easier. But yeah, that was nasty. That was, I mean, that was not a good, easy moonwalk. A bunny walk there either to go get the, do you mind, sir? Thank you. Wanna come down, please? Would have been actually in a good spot there. I should have just gone it. There we go. So yeah, that was interesting. We have made it through fully in logic. 250, 18. Woo! Thank you for the GGs there, everyone. Thank you there, Raint. Thank you, Miria. Thank you there, Knuckly. Thank you, Squirrels. Thank you, Nolson. Thanks, Crozard. Thank you there, Lord Genesis. Thank you, Version. Thank you, Murdoch. Thanks, Lock and Kane. Thank you, Opno. Thank you there, Kylan. Thank you there, EMP. Thank you there, Strange History. Feel free to put your guesses in chat. Thank you there, Angry Swede. Thank you there, Reagan. Thank you, the Zixet. Thank you, Calendrith. Bonks are the entire game, not just when we have the boots. So the entire 2 hours, 50 minutes, every bonk, including the fake boots, counted towards the bonk counts. And you can also readjust your scores if you made a guess before that, not realizing it. Of course, if you want to do the low $1 Bob bid, feel free to do that too. Thank you there, Jarena. Thank you there again, Zixit. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, that was one of those rough scenes. Like, some of the stuff there, I mean, I feel like some of the stuff that I was expecting to be the out of logic stuff was rough. I mean, obviously that big key to Mire was a pretty annoying one. But yeah, you had to bunny walk down to Swamp from your destination of choice with a lamp that you got. I think the lamp was just laying on the ground. I don't remember. It was definitely laying on the ground, wherever it was. But you had to have that lamp. Oh, you didn't need the lamp, because then you took Swamp, dropped down at Speck Rock, and that took you up to Death Mountain. And just getting back up to Death Mountain was a giant pain in the butt. And then at Death Mountain, after you full clear it, you had to hookshot to the other side, and then, oh look, there's Aga Tower. You have to go clear Aga Tower, and clearing Aga Tower gets you the Moon Pearl. Floor and Harrow, right, basement floor of Harrow. So that was available technically right away. We just got there a little later. Yes, boots were on ped. We had the fake boots, so it didn't slow us down, but we needed the bonk in order to actually finish the seed, too. So in addition to all that stuff to get the Moon Pearl, then you had to get the Mire Big Key by getting all the Turtle Rock Smalls that we didn't really want to see. Then you had to go get the boot, get the boots on ped to finish the seed off there. Because you also couldn't be Eastern without desert there. Let's see where we were at here on this one. And our lovely bonk counts here end up being 30. Actually not too bad for 3 hours. Congratulations, Miria, taking that home with the 28 there. Well done there, man. I'm surprised. 3 hours, usually I'd go a bit higher on the bonks, but there we go. Actually, it's kind of funny to me. I don't know what the official times were that people have had on this seed, but, we still fully in logic under 3 hours. I'll take that one. Could have been far worse.